All right, welcome back to episode 2. It is week 4 of NFL. My name is Brittany, and this is my handy dandy partner.
And I'm Cognac, and you already know what I do.
So let's go ahead and get into it. We have a lot to talk about today. So, of course, just like last week, the first segment is called Opening Huddle.
Well, last week I'm proud to say that we was 4 out of 5 picks on our the picks that we placed. We had a split ticket between the WNBA and the NFL, as well as what we gave you through the NFL on A Kane, however you wish to pronounce his name.
He was a disappointment. That's what he was.
Yikes! Yes, he was. He was the only one where we went over on. We was thinking. I mean, anybody would think. Down quarterback, running back. You lean on them. That's what you do. But it didn't happen. We're not mad. Just saying 4 out of 5. That's 80%. Check your percentiles. And as you can see, the picks they do what they do.
Well, absolutely. Let's talk about what picks hit. Let's start with Marvin Harrison Jr. He got 62.5 receiving yards. Actually, he got 64. So he went over the 62.5 barely, but he still went over.
Well, we already know the Chiefs. I mean, not the Chiefs, but the Lions. The Lions gave up the most. They give up a lot of receiving yards. So we just know. That's one. That's one you just know. Like Maserati had got right after the first game bad, second game good. Then he shows you between the second and the third game. You see why they call him Maserati.
Exactly.
He right.
And the next one, which was obvious, I mean everybody knew, Derrick Henry, at least 1 touchdown. Come on, he got what, 2?
You needed to win. That's all I'm gonna say. You just needed to win. So when you get in that goal line, ain't no we're not playing. We're playing America's favorite team. There's nothing else we can do. We signed him for this. We signed him for it. Like it limits my play call. First and goal and it's 7 yards out. Oh, what you do? King me. Like you playing checkers, king me. Come on. I jumped you. Now I'm up.
Exactly. Can't nobody catch him. He's just too big to be running up the middle like that. Come on now.
And short yardage,
stronger.
I can see if you're talking about you expect him to get a touchdown from and short yardage and a short confined box. Yeah. It's on and popping.
Exactly. And then your boy Trey Tucker. I mean, also we knew what he was gonna do.
And we know what he was.
Regardless of the score, we're just not gonna get into it, but we already knew he was gonna get at least 2 touches.
That's good. That's good. Fine. That's good value. When you talk about the most receiver 3, just if you play pick 'em apps, Trey Tucker, that's what he do. He's that one person you're looking for. Like I'm not trying to find nobody that's over. If I'm not trying to find nobody that's over the top. If you play specifically pick 'em apps, all right, now he would have been a great addition to your fantasy line last week. Don't get it twisted, but for pick 'em apps, just what they're gonna give him on props. 2, 17 yards, 18 yards. Devontae Adams out there. Jacoby Myers out there. Brock Bowers out there. He deserved to. It's a passing league. That's all I can say.
Exactly. And as always, the gimme picks always hit. You can't go wrong with those. That's free money. So you'd be crazy not to add that. CeeDee Lamb got over 0.5 total yards. So just those 4 picks alone was just...
Taylor Williams as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know different apps have different promos. You got Prize Picks on one, you got Underdog on the other. They both was a 0.5, man. You know me? I don't care if you don't know nothing about the sports in the game. You just say 0.5 yards. You think about it. I never heard it's 100 yards. It's 100 yards, so it's what it is. So
Exactly.
You gotta know.
I do want to talk about your slip because you had a good one. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks, and all of them hit. Let's run down that a little bit.
I'm pick 6. I run the back for a touchdown. Now I'm pick 6.
Hey, you did great. Of course, you had your CeeDee Lamb. You added Derrick Henry, and then Jawan Jennings. over 2.5 receptions. He had 4. Look at you. Look at you.
I don't know if I think he had more than 4. You got let's go back. You want to go back and look at that total?
Yeah, let me go back and look at the stat sheet real quick, see how he did.
Jawan Jennings was a fine last week. There was no Kittle, there was no Debo, there was no McCaffrey.
Exactly. You got to find those sleepers to win big. Okay,
Sometimes receiver 3 become receiver 1.
Ooh, okay, 11. Come on now. 11 receptions?
Imagine if you'd have slid that line on underdog.
Ooh.
If you'd have slid it. Underdog probably ain't even have 11 to slide to. It was probably 5.5 at the highest.
That's nuts.
That's nuts. But when you got no Debo, McCaffrey, and no Kittle, what else can you do?
Exactly.
Somebody got to get off. But I feel like everybody was going to fall in love with Mason. I feel like everybody was going to fall in love with Mason. That explains that pick. So I feel like Brock Purdy shows you who he is. He feel like he's the master of the dink and dunk. He can move the ball. And I done missed training camp. Jennings been out here the whole time.
Exactly.
That's all I got to say about that.
Exactly. And then you went under on rushing attempts for Jordan Mason. You went
like
under 20.5.
I feel like everybody was gonna go Mason.
He had 19.
It's what he did the first 2 weeks. Now you're Mason. Not to say he didn't do what he did. I was almost off. I just felt like that's a lot of attempts for a team that give their quarterback a lot of passing attempts in a West Coast scheme offense. It's short, dink and dunk. It's 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 not It's It's distribution. It's sales. It's your job. That's all I can say. It's your job. A lot of people's job say sales. That's his job. Brock Purdy's job say sales and distribution. So that's what it goes as. Everybody would tell Mason because you figured after what he did in the McCaffrey matchup, you got to understand it's a couple weeks that came in. People are ready. People are watching. So now it's like, it's what it is. You got to understand he can't carry the ball that much. Shanahan is so much of a creative offensive coordinator to the fact that I feel like he won't put that. He knows he got something Mason. If McCaffrey's hurt, why would I hurt Mason? Let's try to. I can't keep finding running backs. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't keep finding running backs. Let's just one day at a time.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I see that you snuck 2 WNBA picks into your slip. We got Stewie over 19.5 points. And then we got Aaliyah Boston over 2.5 assists. That was some good picks.
Well, I mean, it's the first game of the playoffs. The Atlanta Dream, they're a decent team, but Tina Charles, she's got a twin-headed monster to God, Jonquel Jones and Breonna Stewart. That's the 4 and the 5 spots. You got Bednarz, Lady Hamilton. You got what they call Sabrina Ionescu at the guard. That's the
woman Mamba.
The woman Mamba. You can't and then Vandersloot is a nice pace per play per game person. So it's a lot. You have to dissect that, but score. Breonna Stewart, she can do that. And it's the first round of the playoffs. Let me go ahead and get my team up one.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and get my team up one because you see, last game, fall back team, and the rest of y'all do what y'all do. That's illegal. I'm gonna show y'all the weakness, and I'll, but no. I love Tina Charles. I love all of them. Like I love their team that they got made up there, but just we know we knew before the season started. You got New York, you got Vegas, which comes to our next point. Vegas is a great team.
Oh man,
Black excellence.
We're going for a 3-peat.
AJ Wilson. I learned in my ticket last night. I went a line that was low on her rebound total. Not to try the queen. It's the playoffs. I should have got the queen. But I'm just saying, like, it was a high number of rebounds when I took it. But AJ is AJ that. AJ that. And this is a rematch between them, the New York Liberty, and this rematch last year's finals.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do feel, that main core, you got main core versus main core.
Yeah.
You got Bentonage, Landon Hamilton, you got Ionescu, you got Stewart, and you got John Quill. They're going against Aja, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie
Young.
Oh, it's a lot of USA people here.
Mm-hmm.
USA people here.
Yep.
Excluding a few, but just saying it's a lot of Team USA people here. But then you watch what has happened. I look at it as in a full 52 card deck. I like to gamble. Their name are the Aces, and they got 4 aces.
Mm-hmm.
Your spade is Aja. Your spade is Aja. That I trump all. That's your
exactly. That's that pick that I got you. And they got a great strategy over there.
I just feel like Seattle was. I feel like that game Seattle had a good defensive backcourt, in Skylar and Jewel. Gabby. People don't talk enough about Gabby now that she's returned. Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby is amazing. Gabby's amazing. 20 points. Gabby, every pick I picked on Gabby last night went. Gabby. Mm-hmm. Gabby is amazing.
Yep.
But I feel like Jewel Lloyd losing some spot, but I don't feel like she's losing spots. It's just that team is loaded now. You got Horston, who's come about as a scorer. You've got Necker. You've got Ezzy. Ezzy what held them together until the rest of everybody got together.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the beginning of that game, Ezzy had like 10-2 in the first. Ezzy was going in. You got sisters out there that's holding it down. And then when you talk to the bench, you got Mercedes Russell. You got Sammy Whitcomb. So I just feel like now, but it's her first year with all that firepower.
Yeah.
I just feel like now she know I don't have to be that mama no more.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still be mama, but I don't have to be shot attempt mama. I can be cerebral mama. I feel like if she come back and she learned, or now she know, because I feel like now she know. I got Gabby now as support, like Skylar and Gabby together with Necker or Izzy. I can't though. I take the one-on-one when the one-on-one favors me all the way.
Yeah.
So that's all.
See, now if Jewel would have scored just, one more bucket, the entire starting 5 would have been in double-digit points. Like, I personally think that's rare. Like, everybody is scoring at least 12-plus points. Come on now. That's a good starting lineup. It's a great team.
It is.
But you're going against the Aces. They've been here before. Just like the Chiefs.
But everybody scoring in your starting 5, what I say, everybody scoring in your starting 5 means that your bench squad has now got to compete like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're going against a team like the Aces. Everybody in their starting 5 can score 5 except one. That's one thing about the Aces. This is why they're 4. This is why I consider as the 4 Aces, because the 5th starter throughout the season has always been unknown sometimes.
Yeah.
It'll be Tip Hayes. They'll run all 4. They'll run Chelsea Gray. And this is when they're healthy. Chelsea Gray, Tiffany Young. Tip Hayes. Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum. You running 4 guards and just Aja down in the block. And then you might say Gustavson, you come in. Alicia Clark, what about you? They have a mystery 5th starter. So that's like when you playing spades and poker, you got a kicker. They got their 4 aces. It's just a kicker. What's the kicker? And they kicker sometimes can out dominate you because Gustafson came in and showed why you need a double big. Alicia Clark and Tiffany Hayes came in and showed why you should run small. It don't matter. What matters is Aja. We are who you bet on. Remember that. Vegas, Aces, bet number 1. I will take Aja every time.
Every time.
I made the mistake last night. Don't copy me on that one.
It's okay. We learn. We live and we learn. That's what sports betting is like.
Yeah, you live and you learn. But other than that, tremendous night still.
Exactly. Now let's go to our second topic of the opening huddle. We'll run through this real quick. 3-0 NFL teams. We got Number 1, the Seahawks. 3-0.
Hey, life after Pete Carroll. Mike McDonald's the coach, right?
Yeah, something's working over there.
Yeah, Mike McDonald's coach. Like, you got defensive mindset over there. And just they're playing to their strengths. They're taking it one play at a time. For obviously, as you can see, they're taking it one play at a time and just doing what they have to do.
Doing what they have to do.
They're doing what they have to do. So they're just they just even with Kenneth Walker being hurt and Charbonnet coming into the game, it's more of a pass-centric offense. But at the same time, it's still like, sometimes the pass and the RPOs and the run, they're just getting the ball out. Just do. They're just getting the ball out. Time possession, win by key defensive points.
Mm-hmm. Next on our list, Vikings 3-0.
Sam Darnold has a monthly subscription to Ghostbusters. There's no way. I ain't saying there's no way, but he's not.
He ain't seeing ghosts no more.
I guess it helps to have a Justin Jefferson.
Hey, number 1 wide receiver right now. Number 1.
Think about it. And he only can get better. He's missing tight end Hawkinson. Mm-hmm. So all I can say is more power to him. 3-0 start. And it's not like he's a bad 3-0 start. Like, let's look at the 49ers defense. Mm-hmm. Purdy is a Super Bowl quarterback. Not say he won it, but Purdy has been on that stage. Sam Darnold has shown I too am somebody.
Right.
And can win. Mm-hmm. And I just say he told him what he told him all the time.
Yeah, he said, "Don't count me out.
Just give me people to just give me. I need somebody to build around. You gave me Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Yeah, Hawkinson gone, but you gave me them too. Naylor. You gave me people you gave me an offense to believe in. He got a little turnover issue now. He has thrown a couple picks here lately and things like. I'm just saying he believes. Mm-hmm. I understand the interceptions because you believe. That's it. The interception when you just was, my God, just get rid of the ball. Like, we're down. I got to get rid of it. Like, I can't take the sack type stuff. Like, I understand. But now, no, he believes. Like, I believe. Like, I throw it, they get it. Perfect and understanding.
Mm-hmm. Next on the list are the Bills with Josh Allen. They don't have Diggs no more, so we don't need him. We are just fine. Just fine.
Josh Allen is in that zone to where it's like, man, I miss my dogs. So like, where did everybody go? Cash Money had a song out a while back. Mennonites Club Hopping, Mennonites we were blowing trees, Mennonites we were hustling. Like, man, I miss my dogs. In one off season, dog, but D is gone, Davis gone. What happened to the clique? Like, y'all just let me here. Me?
Man broke up.
It's like every the Temptations, the heartbeats, the 5 heartbeats are just Jodeci. Oh, what is it? Case no, it was Jodeci. Before it was Casey and Jodeci. It was Jodeci. Like everybody just disbanded. Like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. So what happened?
What happened?
Now I got to go solo. Not saying you're going solo, you're still a team, but just in terms of names, I'm solo.
Yeah, I'm standing on my own, but I'm gonna show you what I got.
But I'm gonna show you what I do.
And he did just that. He's doing just that.
Get him out, bring him in. No, we goal line. Keon Coleman need to come in here. No, we're moving up the field. We need Shakir. We need bigger speed. Like you can see him communicating. Mm-hmm. Like, wait, no, what? No, Cook, Ray Davis. What? No, quarterback keep me. My defense, we got it. I trust him. I trust the coach. Mm-hmm. Like you can see him playing in it. Now I know he did say here recently. I feel like he said. I think he was like, "What's up, Diggs?" Like But I just feel like I don't know. I mean, playoffs are a different animal. Everybody do this in the regular season.
You're right.
Eli Manning's one of the people that didn't do it in the regular season. Eli Manning was, if you look at his stats, sometimes people like Eli, especially Super Bowl seasons. Eli, who are you? Super Bowl playoff time come around, Eli Manning turned into a whole nother monster. You got regular season ballers, playoffs ballers. Don't know, but hey.
Yep. And then, of course, we got the Chiefs. That is not unexpected for them to be 3-0. Patrick Mahomes utilizes every piece of that team very
Pay
well.
me $500
Like
million.
chess.
Pay me
He's very good at playing chess.
Pay me $500 million. I'd be good at playing chess too.
Facts.
Pay me $500 million. I'd be good at chess too. I'm over here. So you say the rook moves this many places? So Rasheed Rice, you say you run a 4-4, right? Okay, so you saying you got a 38-inch vert? So you saying the queen go this way? Like, just I'm figuring out I am Andy, and this is Toy Story. I'm in my play box. I know who is Woody. I know who is Buzz Lightyear. I know where my RC car at. Costing still, but I know where my RC car at. I know where everything is at. This is Andy's play box. Andy went to college, right?
He did.
Andy went to college, right?
That was so tragic.
Mahomes got 3 Super Bowls, right? Andy went to college in Toy Story 3. Am I right? I'm just saying. I'm not the one who made it. I'm just calling
it. Calling it like it is.
I'm calling it like it is. You see me?
Mm-hmm. And then the last one, which is, it's not all surprising to me. The Steelers 3-0. Justin Fields is doing an amazing job.
Black excellence.
Amazing job. Russell Wilson, who? You mean you trying to come back? Nah. We don't need you right now. Just go ahead and collect your money this year and just relax.
I think he focused on the future. So, things happen, and maybe his 1-2 step ain't as good as he thought. And maybe Justin Fields is the proper quarterback.
1-2 step because his wife is Sierra.
Maybe his 1-2 step, maybe his 1-2 drop back ain't as good as he thought. And maybe he need to collect up that. I don't know. All I'm saying is black excellence.
I love to see it. Anything black excellence, I'm all for it. Hey.
On my else, Mike Tomlin, whoever they want to be. Them are good. Mm-hmm. And loving football. I love black excellence. So I love it because Mike Tomlin ain't never had a subpar 8-8 year. It's always 8-8 or better.
Yeah, he's always happy. He always makes the playoffs.
Steelers is a consistent organization when it comes to players, positions, coaches. Just saying, like, I love it. And then just like, I just love it. I love it because you gotta look at the piece that love. Deontay Johnson love. Deontay Johnson was a big piece, like, and it just other pieces, like you're noticing around them, like they're rebuilding, but they're rebuilding on the fly. Like we ain't never seen nothing tanking. We rebuilding on the fly. What you think? Lamar own this division? Not. You think Joe Burrow got it? Not. They each done went to playoffs each of their years. My turn. I don't went to playoffs too, but my turn.
Right.
Yes, I like what Mike Tomlin has done out there. So, and as you can see the statistics, I want to go against him. He still embodied what Pittsburgh do. Franco Harris. Not what was it? Franco Harris? What's his name? Franco Harris, Najee Harris. And then you got after Najee Harris, you got Jerome Bettis, the running backs they embodied. What was that dude name in the early 2000s, 2006, 2002, what was that boy name? Willie Parker, all them type backs, like bro, they embody backs. Like Pittsburgh believe putting that ball on the ground, so that's all I'm saying. Like Pittsburgh, yeah.
All right, so that leads us into our next segment called Yards on the Ground. Now these are running backs that we feel like you should keep an eye out on this year because they're probably going to do really well, as always. The first one on our list is Najee Harris, since you had just brought him up.
DeForest Buckner going from the Colts. That's their next matchup, correct?
And I read on Bleacher Report that the Colts defense have surrendered over 200 rushing yards in 2 out of their last 3 games.
The Forrest Buckner's gone, so that's a gimme. And then you don't. And the reason you want to keep a running script, the Colts have shown Anthony Richardson is not the ideal, say, careful quarterback. You know when you're dealing with a careful quarterback. So Najee, it could be a problem for them. Najee's a time possession back. I wouldn't be surprised if Najee touched 20 times this game just because, like, I mean, Mike Thomas is a smart coach. He's not finna let Fields just throw it all willy-nilly just because we're up and we can. No, I mean, Najee, let's get him used to this scheme. So I love that. Yeah. And if not anything, at least remember, goal line him a touchdown. All right. 0.5 touchdown if you're a fantasy owner. Or if you're doing parlay pick'ems, 0.5 touchdown. That's what he doing. Goal line.
Exactly. So our next one is Deontay Foreman. Now he's a sleeper, but some feel that the Browns may lead on a rushing attack against the Raiders because their defense is just a little weak. It's very disappointing to say, but I mean, I do the same thing. Rushing all day.
I feel like in that game, you're going to want something certified because, hey, Antonio Pierce, your team, you thought y'all was balling. Your team let you down when you thought you had the advantage. So, that's that there. On the other end, Deshaun Watson, y'all got to justify why we gave him $230 million.
Guaranteed.
But at the same time, if you can game manage him, and Deontay Jerome Ford says, I'm finna have to, RPO maybe, a little dump off. Depending on the rushing yard total, whatever the app gives you, if they're giving you sub 60. Sub 60, I'm going less. But the touchdown, I would give it to him. Because, I mean, again, right now, end zone hammer. Think end zone hammer this week. Because you got a lot of teams who need a win. End zone hammer. Deontay Foreman is an end zone hammer. Yeah, I would go just to touch the 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. Like, y'all going to utilize him goal line, and why wouldn't he?
Right. I agree. 0.5 touchdowns. Our next one is Bijan Robinson. He is ranked number 3 this week as a running back.
Put your felines on forever. I love Atlanta. That's my boy though. I feel like he's all purpose, man. I feel like a lot of lines right now, as I see them, they got them going over on longest rush or longest reception. But what you can take into account, rushing and receiving yards. We thought A-Chain last week, but we see that offense cannot function without Tua. Kirk Cousins, and that's when you enter. That's when you enter your cousin. When your brother can't get it done, call my cousin. I got some country cousins around here. Let me see what they got going on. You call your cousins because your cousins will let that, they'll be down with some stuff that, maybe the red bloodline won't. So now it's we got to win too. We lean on the running back. Beyond is that kind of running back to infinity and beyond. Beyond. I like to put that in the beyond, so Beyond Robinson to infinity and beyond. But I won't say go that. But what I'm looking at is I like him for receiving yards. He's a sneaky reception as a back because their main thumper was Tyson Algier. Tyson Algier is their thumper, but Beyond Robinson is a star running back. Yeah. So anything dealing with receptions, I would look for.
Now, they played Kansas City Chiefs last game, and this week they played New Orleans. So last game he had 2 receptions. During the Philly and Eagles game, he had 4 receptions. And then during the Steelers game, he had 5.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you can because you got to think who's on the center is Kirk Cousins. That's the master of the dink and dunk. Kirk Cousins is gonna pick you apart. Like if you allow him, Kirk Cousins can elevate you for the big play. But look who you got out there in Minnesota, Justin Jefferson, all that. Look how he got here. I mean, he got Pitts and all them. But it's who's a big play. Bijan Robinson's a big play waiting to happen. I done seen Pitts, I done seen London, I done seen some players. I just say look toward him as a receiver. Find what you can find on what you feel is a value in his receiving stock, whether it's receptions, receiving yards, longest reception. But if you are a real bold gambler, receiving yards and receptions. So if you're playing a fantasy league or something, I can see why he's your number one back this week because he's going to do it all. But if you're playing pick'ems, find a particular stat.
That's smart. That's smart. So the next one is Jordan Mason, ranked number 6 in running backs this week. So last week he got 77 rushing yards, and this week they play the Patriots.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe everything you read. The Patriots organization has been notoriously known to stop the run.
Okay.
What was the statistics last week?
Who
did they play last week? They played the Jets? They played the Jets.
Was that? Yeah, that was a Thursday night game. So they played the Jets. 3-24 though they lost.
What was the running back totals between Brees and? Because I know I lost on that ticket. I ain't gonna say I lost, but that was my last leg with Brees going over so many yards.
The Patriots rushing.
How much did they allow?
133.
133 on the ground. And that's the two backs like Brees and Braylon Allen. So now we're talking about a back such as Mason. When the San Francisco 49ers have already saw that they have success throwing, this is what I say. Mason has potential as a big play threat. That offense is designed for it. But repetitions, Shanahan has too much of a creative play caller. I will go less on attempts. Depending on the number. Like last week, I went less on attempts because I see like Shanahan's a creative play caller, but they'll probably drop it low, 18 maybe. One of those are coming back. Debo, Kittle, somebody's coming back. And the more they come back, the more you will just get not a touch, and they don't feel, and it's not like they don't feel bad about Purdy throwing the ball. Like it's not like Will Levis and Mayonnaise, man. Like just we're gonna give it we're gonna give it the what's my boy name? Tony Pollard, because he's gonna turn. No, they trust Levis. It's a lot going on right now. It's a lot of injuries. Slow the game down, they get the ball off. But they won't give it off like that. They can dunk. They're going to utilize Purdy to his asset. That's the one they're going to get a contract to anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's because of position. Quarterback always get paid. He's your guy going forward. You're going to give it to Purdy over Mason because guess what? You still have McCaffrey. So you're going to play call toward that. That's how I feel.
And Kittle, it says that he's projected to return on Sunday, but Debo is doubtful. So I don't think he's coming back.
Just one of them affects his touches. This one of them. You already seen Jawan Jennings got 11 catches. One of them affects his touches. It doesn't matter. Jordan Mason thought. He saw he conquered, but it's still going to affect him.
So our last one on our list is Carson Steele.
Okay, so I just feel like a rushing touchdown. He's a hammer. They gave it to him 15 times last week. You have no choice but to give it to him. Huh?
17.
17. Oh, excuse me. 17.
72 rushing yards.
They just want to see could he handle a workload.
Yeah.
That's all. And now they know he handled. What was his average per carry? He averaged 4.23 yards per carry. That's second. That's easily second and 6, second and 5. He keeping Mahomes on schedule. He's a trusted friend, but he's not going nowhere. Like he's not a breakaway. Like he's not Tyreek Hill or even Pacheco in some senses. Like or McKinnon or it was Elo. I just got shift a lateral shiftness or breakaway from a cop speed. I just got north and south speed, which means in that goal line, you better watch out for me. Touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go straight forward because there's nowhere in the place I can go within 20 yards. There's no point to juke left, juke right. It's just go bloop, 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 run, just run you over. You got to realize when it's bowling.
Straight down the middle. Knock all the pins down.
Knock all the pins out. Just boom.
I think that's a good one. At least one touchdown. That's a good observation.
And he called a couple passes last game, so don't knock him as a receiver. Mahomes like to get out of the pocket and come here, and a quick little flip right there on the goal line. Oh, that's a hedgehog you got to tackle.
All right, so our next segment is called In the Zone. These are wide receivers that should be on your radar. Number 1, Jawan Jennings. The Patriots, they pay the Patriots, so they rank inside the top 10 in fantasy points allowed for wide receivers. So that means he might be getting the ball a lot.
I mean, he in the zone right now. 3 touchdowns. I wouldn't expect that again.
11 receptions.
I wouldn't expect that again. All I'm going to say is if one of those guys come back, just like with Mason, if Kittle come back, it's going to tone down. But due to the fact that Ayuk is still catching up on receptions, he should be done caught up by next week.
Right.
But this might be your last week for Jennings. But pick your stat carefully. Receptions, yards, things like that.
Next one is Rome Odunze. Now, he had a great game last week. 6 receptions, 11 targets, 112 yards, and 1 tutty.
6 catches. How much?
11 targets.
11 targets. What's the yardage?
112. 1 tutty.
He's getting comfortable with him.
Yes. The last game, he had 2 receptions for 30.
Keenan Allen is somebody to monitor because if Keenan Allen is doubtful or not playing, he's going to go to Roman Dunsey in that sense of I like you feel.
Yeah.
So receptions is something I like.
And this stat says the Rams allow more passing yards per game than any other team in the NFC.
I like receptions, maybe longest play.
Definitely receptions.
Yards too, though. But I say more of just I feel like he's going to get the volume of targets. It's just one time his head was going to and get out the pocket. And you're not gonna notice Roman does it downfield because that's just not him. He's not a big play man. He's consistent man. He's downfield, and now he's downfield. And now it's you versus me versus small guy. And I just rumble and go forward.
I think he's gonna have another good game.
And what's the opponent?
The Rams.
Yeah, he got that. Stafford rather shoot out with him.
So next we got Greg Dortch. Now he's a sleeper. He's averaging 6 targets in the last 2 of his 3 games.
It's like Trey Tucker last week. That's if you playing pick 'em outs. I ain't saying on no daily fantasy. No. What you call it? No fantasy football. No. That's if you like. I like to stick to low numbers. Things like that I can take if he get 2. Things like that. You got to look out for that. That's what you're looking for.
Look at targets.
You're looking at targets because apparently Kyler Murray like him. You're looking at his opportunities to catch the ball. We like that.
And next we got Nico Collins, ranked number 5 this week.
I can see why. Division opponent. Y'all know them better. Jacksonville doesn't cover nobody well. Josh Allen picked them apart with his receiving core. Not saying they're mediocre, but trust me, you don't rank them in your top 5. So he picked them apart. And now you got C.A. Stroud who's going to do the same probably thing. And I'm a Jacksonville fan, but it's probably going to happen. Nico Collins is like that. We've seen he's like that. Look at his history against Jacksonville. That. So yeah.
Let's run through these stats real quick. So during the Indiana game, 6 receptions, 117 yards. During Chicago game, 8 receptions, 135 yards. Last game against the Vikings, 4 receptions, 86 yards.
23. Nico Collins, versus Jacksonville. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. In 2021, he had one catch for 3 yards. He had two catches for he had one catch for 7 yards, two catches for 14 yards. Look at the pathologic though. The pathology. He had 4 catches for 65 yards in 2022, and he had 2 catches for 34 yards. Just recently, he just had 7 catches for 104 yards. But do you hear the progressive I get better against Jacksonville? And you in our division and you play us twice, and it's around that time that you usually start doing it to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna ball out for sure.
More than likely. And we just came off of a Monday Night Football game.
Yep.
That means people are tired. That means Houston runs a spread. That means you got a lot of people to keep up with. That means I like Houston receivers, period, versus Jacksonville. We run a man-style defense, which means you have to press and run and follow, and who knows. But Nico, I can see why he's rated like that. If I was you, Nico.
Okay, last on our list is Chris Olave, ranked number 13 this week.
Oh, what's the opponent?
The Falcons.
Well, they showed they got to shoot out Mahomes in a way. The Saints will slow it down. They understand that now Kamara cannot be our bell cow. I mean, he's our bell cow, but it's not that Dallas Magic that we had once experienced with 4 touchdowns. Let's try to get the ball to other people. I like Olave. He is number 1 out there, supposed to be, and I'm quite sure he'll make it happen. See, that's also demonstrated big playability.
So our last segment, as always, we're going to end with some betting picks that we feel like you should add to your slip. All right, thank you guys for joining and watching. This is episode 2. Let us know in the comments what you think about these picks, and if you added our picks to your slip from last week, we would like to hear from you. Have a great week.